We all recognize the teachers who make students laugh are always the ones in the spotlight, but what about those who help students more in the background? Warrior TV is here to bring Mr. Rader out of the shadows.
Well, as a 4-year-old, I wanted to learn how to play Christmas carols because I just was obsessed with Christmas carols, mostly like Silent Night, I think. And so I was like, I want to do it. And my mom played piano. She did like beauty contests and stuff when she was younger, and that was her talent. Instead of like twirling fire batons, she played this fancy Spanish thing on the piano. So she taught me at first, and that was a disaster because, you know, mom teaching child the piano, who were both headstrong, was not a good idea. But anyway, so that I continued with that, and then when I got older, I went into music full-time professionally and decided that, you know, the best thing I could do would be to be able to pass this on to the next generation or two, you know, as I get older, and that's what brought me to teaching.
I always felt like I was a lower singer, but I never had power in my lower range, so that's what pushed me to do it. And also, I always felt like my high notes were always breathy, not as powerful, so that was another factor. And the other one was I wanted my solo voice to come out more because I have always just been a group singer. I've got 20-30 minutes in there, and we take that time to work on a solo piece, whether that's Christmas, fall, a pop song, and yeah, we work on that, and we work on developing new techniques for extending my range, making my voice more powerful down low.
Finding a new vocabulary for every student, because everybody feels things differently in their bodies as far as their voice is concerned, and then it goes for me too. I don't always feel things the same way that other students do either. So I have to find a way to describe things on their terms and then shift that vocabulary every 25 minutes to each student and sort of remember how people think about things. And sometimes I write it down and sometimes I don't, and it's better when I do. But that is always the biggest challenge, is just trying to communicate the same basic information in, you know, 15 to 20 different ways every week.
My sophomore year, I got my first solo. It was Live Like You Were Dying by Tim McGraw, and I did that at the Pops concert. And then my junior year, I got a solo in a more gospel-y type song, which I don't know if I would have been able to do without his vocal teaching. And
you know, there's always a moment, not in every lesson, because sometimes we're just going through the motions, but there's a moment every now and then when it's like, yep, that's what we've been working on, and yep, it finally works, and it's so great. It's just like there's this, oh, that's awesome kind of moment, you know, and I love those.
Mr. Rader just has so much knowledge, and he is so invested in each individual student that it's unmatched. He cares about how you're doing, not only as a singer, but as a person. So he's not just there for the paycheck, he's there to improve you and help you. I feel like I scored better than I would have without a vocal coach, so.
Just do it. You know, the thing is, like, there's a lot of evidence that shows that we as a species were singing before we were talking. So we're all singers. Regardless, just do it, you know, and you can take like a lesson or two and not, you know, commit to anything that's like every week all year long, whatever, but just a little bit of exposure to that is it's amazing, and it's very uplifting for everybody, it seems to be.
We love to recognize the teachers who don't fall directly under the spotlight, but hopefully you will see the true importance of the accompaniment, as well as those unsung individuals who give the effort even in the shadows. I am Branden Erwin here at Whiteland Community High School, Warrior TV News, signing off.